Hi Soul Space, it's Sheila Hill here doing my Monday Night Live. Believe it's around 9 o'clock, so I'm just going to wait for a few people to join in. Tonight we are talking about judgment. Pardon me, some really interesting sort of coaching and energy type of information I'm going to be sharing with the group tonight. And I'm also wondering how everybody's doing after the eclipse today. Hello, nice to see you. So the big eclipse was today. Just wondering how everybody's feeling and how they were throughout the day. I started the morning off in like a fantastic mood and really high vibrational, and I got a lot of stuff done and a lot of ideas flowing about my business and about the retreat. Stuff like that was it all coming up. And then sort of as the afternoon, like closer and closer, we got to that sort of 2:30 point started to kick in. Wow, I really started to feel really wiped. And I even had to go for a nap. Well, that's not a strange thing for me to do. I do that sort of often. But yeah, the energy sort of really came over me this afternoon where I was like, whew, wow, I really feel wiped. So feel free to type in the comments that you've arrived. Just give me a hi so that I know who's here. And if you felt anything different today about the eclipse, anything that you want to share, I just thought we'd open the video with that today for today's live. But I am going to be talking about a topic on judgment. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come in. So as you do join us on the live, if you just want to say hello in the feed, in the comments, then I'll get to see who's here. And again, if you wanted to share anything about your experience with today's eclipse, then you can do that too. So I see I've got 2 people here. Just going to wait and see if a couple more people, 3 people. If anyone else comes on in the next minute or so, and then we're going to get started with today's topic on judgment. I also always like to say that if there's anything else that I can be providing or doing for the group, the Soul Space group, so we do the lives usually on Monday nights. I know with the summer I've had a couple of weeks where I wasn't able to come in. And then we do cards on Saturdays. And if there's any cosmic events going on, I always make sure and post about that. But you're always, all the people are, hello Anne. Anyone in the group is always allowed to post whatever they want to share. Non-business related, so just personal stuff. Get feedback, get advice, whatever you need to have. Or if you, hello Tracy, or if you have a really, a cool thing, inspirational thing, go ahead and post it in the group. But I also wanted to put it out there if there was anything that anyone else would like to see from me, explained, taught, or, expanded on. Hi, Gail. Then I can do that as well. So anytime, you can post it now, you can private message me, email me, call me, whatever. If you have any ideas about something that you'd like to see happening in the Soul Space group, then by all means, please find a way to get in touch with me and let me know. So, excuse me. Hi, Shalini. So I started off the beginning of the live just sort of talking about how my eclipse day went. This morning I was, I guess what I would say, on fire, was firing with all cylinders, really alert, and got a lot accomplished and a lot of free-flowing ideas and creativity and stuff. And then as the afternoon closer to that 2:30 time came, my energy level really dropped, and I was overwhelmed with a bit of a headache, and I was like, "Ooh, wow, I'm not feeling that great," and had to lay down. And now I'm just feeling a little bit foggy this evening. So go ahead and type in the comments if you had, hi Jody, if you had any experiences today that you wanted to share with the group, or if you had a similar sort of feeling with the energies today. As I posted in my Cosmic Events update on Saturday, the eclipse energy and the new moon energy, which is all about rebirth and newness, so that's where your manifesting powers come from, are really, really heightened with the eclipse. And then they are going to last possibly up to 40 days after today. So you're really in a really good mojo place going into the fall, which I always kind of look at when the kids go back in September as kind of like a fake new year, a fake new year, where you sort of get a really good chance to sort of reevaluate your business and relaunch some things and whatever it is that you want to look at doing, either personally or professionally, you can do that in September. So the eclipse energies will be following us into the fall, and then all of the manifesting that we do for that time frame can show up within the next 6 months to 5 years. So, you know, the more you've done your work, the higher your vibration, the more often you're thinking thoughts of love and light, and you can really hold yourself in that space, the faster you're able to manifest. And the stuff that you're thinking about this week could really show up tomorrow or the next week. It really is that simple. So yeah, feel free to post in the comments. I'm watching as you want to join in on the conversation. Again, as you join in, please say hello in the comments so that I know who's here. And I am going to do a little bit of a talk around the concept of judgment. Hi, Linda. Excuse me. So, judgment was something that I sort of came into my awareness a little more heightened over the last few weeks, and something that I've been doing some conceptual thinking about and coaching around and doing. I'm right here with you. I'm doing my own work too, as sort of we go. I'm just often a couple of steps ahead of some, and in some areas maybe I'm still needing to do some work. So I'm always completely open and transparent where that's concerned. So judgment, the concept of judgment. I'm sure that many of you have heard of the idea or the concept that the world is our mirror, and the people that we interact with on our day-to-day lives really are a mirror reflection of us. Hi, Sarah. And so many times, hi, Carrie. So many times we look at what we're being shown through another person and add with that concept of them being a mirror image of us and think, what the hell? You know, like, I don't really like this person, or I don't like the way that they're behaving, or that the way they treat me. That's not me. And then we judge it. Or, excuse me, we shy away from what we're being shown. And in actuality, most times what we are being shown is what I call our shadow side, which is the side of ourselves that we perhaps don't feel as proud of. It's not the place that we operate from often, but it is, it's definitely there, and it's there and it's being shown to you because it's something you have to look at. So drilling that down to where judgment comes into it, really, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat tonight. When we judge other people, I want you to really begin to be aware of where your triggers are that really get your judgy mojo going. And maybe start to tally a list in your mind or in your phone or in your journal to really sort of start to keep track of what the theme is, that when you're sort of out in the world or you're going to work or you're meeting with clients or whatever it is you're doing in your day-to-day, the stuff that really triggers you to feel judgmental about someone, and start to inventory that. Start to really look at what those triggers are and then reflect them back on yourself. So I'm going to share, I'm vulnerable and transparent as always, I'm going to share with you a concept in my own life that will sort of hopefully bring this all together for you so you really get an understanding of what I'm talking about. One of the places that I find when I get judgmental is the whole concept of coming across people either just in the general public or, you know, my friends or whatever, where I generally get the sense that they don't have their shit together. And whatever that means. Like there was a funny meme that I posted on Facebook on my private page recently where it's, have you ever looked at someone and wondered how they managed to tie their own shoes? It was something like that. Hi, Karen. And that's what I'm talking about. So for me, judgment tends to show up when I perceive another person to not have their shit together. And I get all judgy and bitchy about the whole thing. So when I really sit with why I'm behaving that way, why I'm holding judgment on a person for a perception that is really only mine. Like they may well think and be quite happy in their life that they do have their shit together and it's got really nothing to do with me, but here I am judging it. So when I really have a good look at that, What that comes up to me as, it becomes my martyrdom story. It becomes my pity party. Because what comes after that thought in my mind that, you know, I swear a lot. For Christ's sake, why can't that person just get their shit together? The next immediate thought that sometimes goes through my mind when I'm being triggered like that is, here I am, I'm a single mom, I've got teenagers, I'm running my own business, I've got a house and a dog, and you know, I have responsibilities, and I managed to get here on time, or I managed to wash my hair, or you know, whatever, iron my clothes, or whatever it is that is triggering my judgment that day. And really what that is that's my own pity party story. I'm in martyrdom when I do that, because I'm allowing myself to be triggered by someone else. I'm making judgments about who they are and whether or not they quote unquote have their shit together, and then running at it with my own little story. So what I realize when I'm doing that though, and this is just about the self-awareness part of this journey, is I go, oh, I just did that. Gee, Sheila, that wasn't very nice. You were very judgy about that person. What's the track or the loop or the story that I'm playing in my mind right now? And it's usually the, well, I'm a single mom and I've got blah, 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 and I managed to keep my shit together. And then I have to really go, okay, why am I making such a big point about this? Where are my self-care practices? 9 times out of 10 when I'm running that pity party story, it's because my self-care practices have gone to shot and I have to really go back to caring for myself. The other revelation that comes from that story is that perhaps my standards are set too high, and actually even set too high for myself. So here I am struggling so hard to, keeping with the theme, quote unquote, keep my shit together, that all I keep seeing in my reflection of the mirror reflection of the world that I operate in is people that I perceive as not having theirs together because my standards are too high. So this is just sort of my example and my thought processes, my evaluation, and what I know is really going on for me when I start running a judgment story. You know, for some people it might be people's outfits. I don't know. You know, people that, you know, say for example, you take a lot of pride in wearing not proper clothes, but really nice clothes, high scale clothes, matching shoes, matching accessories, blah, blah, blah. And then when you're out in the world, you tend to judge other people who perhaps don't hold such a high expectation for themselves in that area of their life. So it doesn't make them less. It doesn't make you more. But just really then sit with it and take a look and go, well, okay, what is it that's making me be triggered by this? And why is it that I hold dressing in a certain way to such high value? And is it my value, or is it a value that has been given to me or passed down because my mom always said blah, blah, blah? Or like really sit with every time you feel that you are being encountered by judgment, sit with it and be aware of it, and then sort of take it apart and come to some kind of understanding as to what it is that's driving that judgment. We are always in ego when judgment happens, whether we're judging ourselves by saying, oh, I'm so stupid, I should blah, blah, blah. Or if you are judging other people, which is almost the same as judging ourselves, you're always in ego when that happens. And we know where that can go and that can take us. And again, I'm not judging when you are in ego, because I do it too. It's all about being in the awareness. Being in ego versus living our lives through a heart-spaced, heart-centered place is the balance of being human. It's exactly why I created this group. It's the combination between being human and being spiritual. So it's not to say that you should be ashamed of yourself if you're ever finding yourself in judgment. Not at all. It's more a matter of bringing awareness to why, and using that why in order to do some internal self-exploration work so that you can understand what it is that you're actually blocking yourself. Perhaps again, it's that you have your standards are set way too high. It could be that you've taken on belief systems through your family that really don't even mean that much to you, but you didn't even realize that you were doing it. It's some kind of story that your ego is running with that needs awareness brought to it so that you can dismantle it, love it, release it, and let it go, so that you are able more often to be operating from that heart-centered place. Okay, two things. I just realized that from this camera angle, you guys think I have no top on. So that's pretty funny. And I do. See, look, it's a little strapless, it's a dress actually. So just for the record, I do have a top on. The other thing is, when I get on here to do these lives and I have a topic in my head and I'm all excited, I'm like, oh, I have to tell them this and I have to tell them that. It doesn't always come out as eloquently and as succinctly as I would like. So I'm opening the floor up now to any questions at all that you have around this concept of judgment, around the eclipse, around manifesting. Well, you can ask me pretty much anything at all that we do in the Soul Space group. Yeah, so it's sort of the live Q&A part. This is our time to just sort of connect because we don't all connect, you know, at somebody's house every week. So anything at all that you want to ask or inquire about, please feel free to type it in the comments. I'm watching. In the meantime, what other information do I have for you tonight? Just the Soul Space Retreat. If you haven't read about it, you find it in the feed, or I can put it in there again. It's a retreat that I'm hosting in October 13th, 14th, and 15th. Just sort of northeast of Orangeville, so it's not that far away. 12 people will be coming on the retreat, and it is sort of named the Soul Space Retreat because we will be looking at who you are as a woman, self-care practices, how to love yourself, what some of the key drivers are in your personality traits that are running your ego, why you get trapped into the same things sometimes, the self-limiting beliefs or whatever it is that's showing up for you that feel that are stopping you from living your life to its fullest potential. And then we will also be looking at the vastness of the spiritual side of things. I'll be doing some teaching about some spiritual concepts. We'll be doing some fun activities. There will be time to rest, time to journal. We'll be doing meditations because I do teach that as well. It's really going to be, I want to say, like a really jam-packed, juicy weekend. But I will be making sure that it's paced in a way that everyone feels that they're being nurtured and that you go home feeling ready to take on your life in a new way, but feeling rejuvenated in order to do so. It's a great, great facility. Everyone gets their own bed. I've hired a vegan chef to come and work with us for the weekend. And if you're not vegan, I wasn't either when I met this gentleman, and he's fantastic, and so is his food. So it's a really great way to sort of switch up the dinner routine so we don't have to eat meat every day. So that's a little bit about the retreat. I'm really excited about it. I think I have about 5 or 6 people. I think we're almost at the halfway point as far as being booked. So please get in touch with me. Let's set up a call if you're curious, if you want to know more about me or you want to know more about the retreat. Absolutely, please get in touch with me. Little soon to announce, but I don't have dates yet, but I will be starting the Wellness Wednesday program. That's my meditation groups. There'll be 2 offered, one in the morning from 10:30 to 12 on Wednesdays, and then from 7:30 to 9 on Wednesdays as well. We do meditation, and there'll be a learning component. Sometimes I bring in guest speakers as well. So that's coming. That'll probably be the end of September, beginning of October. Hello, Linda. I just did a talk on judgment. You're going to have to go back through the loop and watch this from the beginning again once it becomes a Facebook post. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone else has any questions, anything else they want to know more about, any suggestions that you would like to see being done on the Soul Space. I'm here right now. You can pick my brain for anything at all that you're interested in knowing more about. So I'm just going to see if anyone has anything to say in the comments. And crickets. That was a really eerie thing, actually. I went outside. I did sneak a little peek at the eclipse this afternoon with my bare eyes and kind of wished that I hadn't done that, because for about half an hour after, I was going around like I had a flashbulb go off in my eyes. So they really said don't do it, and I shouldn't have. But the other thing that I noticed during the eclipse when I was standing out the front was the natural hum of the world being alive seemed to have gone away. It was really interesting to me because I felt it was almost like a brownout. Like the world was just so quiet. My street was quiet. There was like, I didn't hear any kids playing. There was nobody around. It was really sort of a little bit of an eerie feeling during the eclipse. So I know I've babbled a lot today. Like I said, I'm a little foggy at the moment, trying to keep my thought processes clear and deliver this talk on judgment. Just be aware of it, and when you feel yourself doing it, bring your awareness to why you think you may be doing it, and then evaluate, is it really even yours? Really is the key to the whole thing. All right. So I'm feeling right now, and well, we have time. We have all the time in the world, because there really is no such thing as time when it comes right to it. I'm feeling that I could use a little bit of grounding. So I think what I'm going to do is just end the live tonight just with a little bit of a grounding activity. Ground us all with a very short meditation. So if you could just sit somewhere right now where you can put both of your feet flat on the floor, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, sort of sit with your back upright. This is starting to feel good. And I'm just going to take you through a grounding exercise just to sort of ground you back inside your body, disconnect you from the static and the crazy that might be going on around you, or the way that your body is interpreting all of the new energies. So we're just going to ground you, and anyone watching on the replay, please do this as well. We'll lead you through just a little bit of a meditation. Okay, good. So you're all sitting, feet flat on the floor, uncrossed legs, uncrossed arms, back sitting as upright as you're comfortable to do so. And we're just going to close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. Bringing it down deep into your diaphragm. And release. Bring another deep breath in. And release. And one more deep breath into your diaphragm. Just set the intention that with this exhale and every exhale after, that all of the thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences that no longer serve your highest good are being released with each and every exhale. Now I would like you to imagine that you have tree roots growing from the soles of your feet, from your tailbone, going down through the foundation of your house, meeting out with the earth. As your tree roots begin to grow, they begin to grow as they wind and find their way through the layers of rock, the layers of earth, winding and finding their way, eventually meeting up with the core of the earth, to Gaia. And when your tree roots reach the core of the earth, they anchor in. And with that, Mother Earth releases her beautiful, warm, grounding energy into your tree roots. And now in your mind's eye, you begin to follow that warm, glowing light as it makes its way back up through your tree roots, up through the layers of rock, the layers of earth, winding and finding their way back up through the foundation of your home. And gently, the Mother Earth golden and warm grounding energy gently enters into your body, up through the soles of your feet, through your tailbone. Makes its way up through your legs and up your back. And as you take a deep breath in, the warm golden energy floods into your heart chakra. This is your high heart. You can feel the expansion of her warm, glowing love filling your heart. As you breathe in her energy, your body becomes heavier and heavier. Your breath becomes calmer and smoother. Your mind becomes less busy. As you engage in the sound of my voice, the feeling of the warm, glowing energy sitting in your heart. And now just above the top of your head, there is an opening. It is your crown chakra. You just imagine that opening, expanding and expanding until your crown chakra is fully open. And then imagine the light pouring in from the universe. Pure white source energy as it's pouring down in through the universe, down in through your crown chakra, connecting you to source, aligning yourself to your higher self, to your spirit guides, to God, the universe, the all-knowing source. Allow that warm, beautiful white energy to move down through your body as it fills your heart, mixing with the Mother Earth energy, connecting you to Source, while you remain calm, relaxed, and grounded within your body. And with that, I will leave you to set the intention that you are supported today and always in your journey, that your experiences will leave you in a place where you are able to manifest all that you desire in your life, that releasing what no longer serves you comes with ease and grace, that your ability to walk on this earth in human form, your soul's experiences are an abundance of love and light. And so it is. Namaste. The light within me acknowledges the light within you. I get the sense that I should have done this meditation before I did the talk tonight. I'm feeling much more grounded and clear myself, and I hope that you are too. If you missed the talk on judgment, excuse me, please go back and watch it in the replay. I look forward to interacting with you within the group, and if there's anything that I can do, teach, or provide within the Soul Space group, please feel free to get in touch with me. Have a wonderful evening. Love to you all. Bye-bye.